one of the worst projectors ever. You can just unplug this.
But why? Why does this happen?
तो मुझे ये projector भेजना पड़ेगा बैंगलोर में. That was so bad.
But what's wrong with that?
You don't even know who made this. But at the end of the day, it does not install. Yeah.
So last week, while we were shooting some content for Lumio, I asked Katie which is the best projector to buy. And of course, you know what he said.
Yeah, I want to watch movies and matches on the big screen. So do you have any recos?
I mean, of course, the Lumio Arc. I mean, don't you know we're India's #1 Google TV projector?
And we come with MediaTek's flagship processor, 2 GB RAM. Fake auto keeps on crashing. You don't have to touch it. And we also have like understand underneath the projector so you can tilt it and position all the notifications are.
But you know what? Katie talks too much. So I went online to buy one myself, but I saw the same product across multiple brands. It was so confusing and I just simply bought one. Now see, on paper, it looked great. Everything felt good. I thought it would be fine, but I couldn't have predicted this would happen. So I invited a few friends over to watch IPL, and in front of everyone, this thing just embarrassed me. Hotstar didn't work, so I asked a friend to bring his Fire Stick, and that was just the start of it. After 15 minutes of trying to get a proper image, another problem came up. The scores on the screen weren't visible, everything on the side was blurry. I'm done. Katie, I need to talk to you about this projector.
What happened?
Everything that could go wrong went wrong, but on paper it looks perfect.
Did you even read the user reviews?
What do you mean user reviews?
I mean, see, this was supposed to happen. It happens to so many people. You're not alone. And, let's just do one thing. Let's go to the studio. Let's read all reviews one by one so we can understand how deep this problem actually is. Alright, so of course, on the left, we have my favorite Lumio Arc 5 projector. And on the right, we have the one which you bought and a couple of other random projectors we had in the office lying around. Let's read through the reviews one by one. Alright, so first is brightness. One of the worst projectors ever. Night scenes turn into pitch black. You literally won't be able to see anything. And this projector comes 500 ISO on the listing.
But why is the brightness so bad if they're claiming 500?
So let me explain how this works. So when you want to advertise or measure the brightness of a projector, what most brands do is just literally measure the raw light output which is coming from the lamp or the LED. But the truth is that in a projection system, there's a lot of filters, lenses, layers, and then the light goes to the wall and bounces back. So there's a lot of loss basically from what the LED is capable and what you finally get from the screen.
So the number on the box is basically the brightness before the losses.
Exactly. And that's why, a standard called ANSI lumens comes in, which is a lot more scientific and technical. And the way you measure it is basically you take the projection and the light output of the projection, you divide it into a bunch of zones and you take an average. So you get the most, realistic representation of the actual perceived brightness, what you can actually see.
Wow, that's a lot of work. But why are they marketing it as 500 ISO then?
I mean, at this point, I just feel that they're just picking a number which sounds impressive and slap that on the box because there are no rules in this. But we try to follow a convention for the Lumio Arc 5 and the Arc 7. This one does 200 ANSI lumens, the Arc 7 does 400 ANSI lumens. So yes, we are very transparent with our marketing.
Right, but what about the blurry edges? Because that's what killed the match for me. I couldn't even read the score.
So here's another review. The edges are blurry on screen no matter how close or far I place it. It's impossible to get clear edges. If I make the bottom sharper, the sides will be blurry. When the sides are clear and sharp, the bottom will be blurry. And this keeps on coming across multiple brands of projectors.
But why? Why does this happen?
Well, it's actually a phenomenon with pretty much all projectors, but it all dials down to two things, LCD and the lens quality. So to be fair, to be very, very honest, it also happens in our ARC projectors as well. But we're using a very high quality LCD, and on the Arc 7, we're using a much bigger LCD.
So a bigger LCD means less blur.
Exactly. Actually, let me show you something. This is our flagship Arc 7.
Whoa, what happened here?
So I removed the front plate and everything so we can see the insides, but this is using a 4.5-inch LCD inside. Probably, I don't think anybody uses this at this price point.
And the lens?
So on both Arc 5 and Arc 7, we're using a very high quality lens. As you can see, it's a very solid glass outer cover. And both a combination of both the LCD and the glass is what makes a crisp image.
Okay, I understand about the sharpness, but now talk to me about Netflix. Why does this not play Netflix, even though it claims to have it in the projector?
This is the most common problem across all of these random projectors. We can even read a review. Please don't buy it. On paper, the product is promising that it has Netflix, Prime, Hotstar, but at the end of the day, it does not install.
Yeah.
Once you buy, you cannot return. And again, this is across multiple brands.
But why, Katie? They say Netflix is supported.
Okay, so here's one thing. For Netflix to work properly on any device, they need to have something called DRM certification. And I'm being very, this is very oversimplified. There's a lot of process, but every device which runs Netflix needs a Netflix ESN code, and it has to come from Netflix. They have to certify these products. Without it, these apps just either won't install, won't play, and apps like Prime would just play at a lower quality.
So it's like a license.
Exactly like a license. I mean, Netflix doesn't let anybody, install their app and stream their content.
And these projectors don't have that.
Nope, not at all, because these projectors are using something called AOSP.
Okay.
So AOSP stands for Android Open Source Project. Android is open source, right? Anybody can download it, modify it, put their own skin on it, put their own logos on it, and then flash it on any device they want. And that's what these projector brands do, and they market it as a smart projector.
But what's wrong with that? I mean, it's still Android OS, right?
I mean, it does look like Android and it definitely feels like Android, but it's missing a lot of stuff which you expect from Android, like Google Play Store, Google Play services. So you have to settle for third-party services in app stores. And more importantly, these don't come with DRM certifications at all, which Google provides and Netflix provide. But the Lumio Arc, we're bringing something called Google TV, which is Google's version of Android. And it's meant for TVs and projectors specifically. And it comes with the Google Play Store. It comes with all of Google's services, Google Photos, Google Assistant. And not just that, they come with all of these certifications built in. And all these Netflix, Prime Video, Hotstar, everything is just built in and they absolutely just work. When I open or switch between apps like YouTube, the projector automatically turns off. It's happening frequently. It's Android 9, not support any apps including Play Store. Also not support any other product. And then this one, worst projector company, waste service, wrong product, no license support for YouTube. Wow. No customer support, all false promises.
God.
I mean, see for yourself. You know what? Actually, pass me that one. Let me show you something crazy. So this is a projector which claims Google TV on the box, and it's more expensive than the Arc 5, by the way. If you take a closer look here, there are two motherboards.
Okay.
There's a main board and there's the second one, and you can automatically, you can just unplug this because it's literally like a Fire TV stick.
It's actually like a Fire TV.
I mean, this is kind of very clever. They don't want to go through the certifications or the process of getting a Google TV. So they just took a product, removed the outer casing, and then they just stuck it inside.
But problem kya hai?
So there are multiple problems with this. When you go through this route, you don't even know who made this. This is having like old RAM, underpowered CPU, which makes it very sluggish.
Right.
And on top of that, there is no promise of software updates because the brand who's making this projector doesn't make this. So you don't get software updates, you don't get security updates. And it's like just a makeshift solution. And Google is probably not even aware of this.
But how would a normal person even know the difference?
Well, the easiest litmus test is to just fire up Netflix, Prime, Hotstar, and whether if these apps work, congrats, you've gotten a certified Android or Google TV projector. But even from the launcher, you can tell, a Google TV launcher would have a Google TV logo up at the corner, and always go at the about section of your projector, see if you have a Netflix ESN code and if your product name actually matches what you bought.
So before spending thousands of rupees to actually buy the product, I just wouldn't know any of this.
Actually, there is a way. So Google maintains a public list of sorts of all Google certified products ever made. We'll put a link to it in the description, but if you go there and search for a particular brand or product, it means it's certified. And if it's not on the list, it's not certified. So if you go there and search for Lumio, you'll get the Lumio Arc and the Lumio Vision, but it's unlikely that you'll find any of these brands over there.
So that explains why everything was so slow when I was using it.
Actually, let's read our next review. The processor is so slow that button presses take 4 to 5 seconds to register. I mean, these projectors use like no-name random processors with single core or dual core chips with barely any RAM, 1 GB or sometimes even less. On the Lumio Arc, we're using MediaTek chipsets, which are some of the best in the industry on smartphones, on our TVs as well. MediaTek is one of the finest chipset manufacturers, and the one we're using here is the 9630 with 2 GB of RAM, and it's used in some of the most flagship projectors in the market. The most 80K, 1 lakh price projectors also use the same chipset, so that tells you the standard.
Okay, so from what I'm understanding, everything is bad so far. But what if something breaks, and can we still get help?
Yes, actually, let's read our final segment of reviews. I've reached out multiple times, yet there is no response from the service team. Here's another. They told me that this model is discontinued, so no spare parts. That's sad. Another, they asked you to ship it to Bangalore at your own cost.
That's exactly what happened to me. I called multiple times and they said my location isn't even serviceable.
You know what? Let's call them again. We're calling them live.
Your satisfaction is our priority. To speak with a customer support representative, kindly continue to stay on call.
All our agents are busy at the moment. Your call is important to us. Please hold the line. We will connect your call shortly.
All our agents are busy at the moment. Your call is important to us.
Please hold the line. We will connect your call shortly. All our agents are busy at the moment. Your call is important to us. Please hold the line. We will connect your call shortly.
हेलो, से बात कर रहे हैं आप? हाँ जी, मैं बिहार से बोल रहा हूँ। मैंने आपका खरीदा था कुछ दिन पहले। अब इसमें वो नहीं चल रहा, प्राइम वीडियो नहीं चल रहा जी, और स्पॉट्स आ रहा है प्रोजेक्शन में।
आपका नाम सर?
जी, मेरा नाम साहिल।
आपका प्रोजेक्टर मॉडल का नाम बताइए।
प्रोजेक्टर मॉडल तो पता नहीं जी, बट कोई सर्विस सेंटर है क्या आसपास जिसमें दिखा सकता हूँ मैं?
नहीं सर, उनके घर पे आपको सर्विस सेंटर नहीं मिलेगा। हमारे सर्विस सेंटर एक ही है और बैंक से। मैं अभी आपको व्हाट्सएप पे एक लिंक शेयर करेंगे।
तो मुझे ये प्रोजेक्टर भेजना पड़ेगा बैंगलोर में? उसका पैसा कौन देगा?
कस्टमर।
अच्छा, मेरे को देना पड़ेगा आपको भेजने के लिए?
सर, पहले से आप टिकट वाइज करना पड़ेगा। टिकट पे हमारा टेक्निकल टीम कंफर्म करेंगे सर आपको क्या इशू है। इसके लिए कागज शेयर करेंगे पहले से। अगर इस पे नहीं होता है तो आपका प्रोजेक्ट बेकार करेंगे सर्विस सेंटर के लिए। तो पिकअप एंड ड्रॉप सर्विस प्रोवाइड करेंगे हमारा कंपनी तरफ से। शिपिंग चार्जेस आपकी तरफ से पे करना पड़ेगा।
अच्छा, शिपिंग चार्जेस, कुरियर चार्जेस मेरे को देना है। अच्छा, ठीक है सर, मुझे नहीं लगता मैं अफोर्ड कर सकता हूँ ये। मैं आपको कॉल बैक करता हूँ। ठीक है। That was so bad. So they want me to mail this to them and I have to pay the shipping charge myself. That's next level screwed up. Okay, so to make things a little spicy, why don't you call our official Lumio customer care from this number which is listed on the website, and let's make it a fair comparison.
Okay. Lumio.
Thank you for calling Lumio support. My name is Ajit. I'm a solution expert today. How may I assist you?
Yes, hi sir. So I've just bought a Lumio ARC projector and I'm having some issues with it. So I just wanted to know if there are any service centers available near me. I'm calling from, sorry?
Sure, ma'am. We'll help for this reservation. Please, may I know your location
I-
and PIN code or state?
Yeah, I'm calling from Patna, Bihar.
Patna.
Yes,
Okay, ma'am. Please be on the line.
sure.
Thank you. Ma'am, can I know the PIN code? So can I assist nearest service center in the Patna? Maybe we have lots of service centers, so I can assist you nearest.
It's 800015.
Yeah, ma'am. We have the PIN code. Yeah, in the Patna we have service center.
Okay, sir. Can you direct me to the nearest service center?
Yeah, ma'am. There is a location in Patna. SVC Sahit Complex, ground floor near Dak Bangle Road,
Okay.
Patna, Bihar. PIN code is 800001.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Anything else, ma'am, apart from this, I can assist you?
No, that would be all. Thank you.
Ma'am, can I know what is the issue you're facing in the projector? So may I assist on the call for like troubleshooting steps, anything?
But just give me a second. Hold, please.
Sure, ma'am.
What issues am I facing?
No,
Okay. It's fine, so I'll get it serviced at the center itself.
Sure, ma'am. Sure, not an issue. You can visit our service center, authorized service center. They are very helpful to assist you.
Thank you so
We are
much.
also very happy to assist you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for giving your valuable time in Lumio and have a great time.
Thank you.
I swear I did not tell them that we are gonna call them from the studio. That was totally unscripted.
Oh my god, why was I so nervous?
But yeah, you could see the level of difference between the service.
That's
And this is for a lot of people. This is going to be like an equivalent of a TV,
Yeah.
which they use in a bedroom. And if you can expect reliable, high-quality service for TVs, why not for projectors?
Absolutely.
The Lumio Arc series has up to 400 true ANSI lumens, a big 4.5-inch LCD on the Arc 7 with glass lenses, official certified Google TV, official certified Netflix, a MediaTek processor, 2 GB RAM, a sealed optical engine, and a real service network behind it. So you're not just paying more, you're just getting what you paid for. So hope this video was helpful in understanding how to choose a better projector. See you in the next one, and until then,
Keep chilling.